All rise. Judge Vanderby Court is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1020, Jenkins case. Judge, both parties have been sworn.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Ms. Harrison,
Yes.
you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
I am here today to request child support and back pay for my 2-year-old daughter.
Okay. And where is Dad?
That's a really good question. I'm wondering the same myself.
I mean, me too. It looks like he was served to be here today.
Yep.
So we can just continue without him.
Okay.
Okay. Do you know how much Dad makes? Do you have any financial information on him whatsoever?
I know he definitely makes over $100K a year.
Okay. And what does he do for a living?
In case where Ms. Harrison is seeking child support and back pay for her 2-year-old daughter. The twist: the child's father, a well-paid neurosurgeon earning over $130K a year, didn't even show up to court despite being properly served. Bold move, but a risky one. The judge isn't letting his absence slow things down and moves forward with the case. With zero financial contribution from the father so far, this legal showdown is about to get in.
What's the word I'm looking for? Do you know how long he's been a neurosurgeon?
About at least 7 years.
7 years, okay. And you said he makes over 100. Do you have an exact number that he makes?
If I had to guesstimate, I would say about 130.
130. That's about average?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And did you do any research to see if that was like customary for somebody who's been a neurosurgeon for all that time? Or is that like entry?
I think that's about average, so it definitely could be higher.
Okay. So we'll just base it at that then.
Okay.
Okay. And then you say you're requesting back pay.
Yes.
For the past 2 years, he hasn't provided anything?
That's correct.
Hi guys, I hope you're enjoying the show. My name is Vonda Bailey and I'm a licensed attorney in the state of Texas, and I handle matters that are related to child support, child custody, divorce, and adoption. So if you need help in any one of those areas, please feel free to give me a call. Anything?
That's correct.
Okay. Did your daughter go to daycare or anything like that?
Yes, but I provide health care and daycare for my daughter.
Thank you for saying that. How much is health care?
That is about $125.
$125?
Monthly, yes.
Okay. And the $125, is that for your daughter only, or is that for you as well?
Miss Harrison takes the stand with calm confidence, laying out her case with clear, precise detail. She emphasizes that the child's father is a practicing neurosurgeon, earning an estimated $130,000 a year, more than enough to provide financial support for their daughter. Yet, despite his impressive income, he has completely neglected his responsibilities as a parent. Miss Harrison shares how she's been left to cover all expenses on her own, including critical costs like health care and daycare, without a single contribution from him. The judge listens intently, noting the stark financial disparity between the two. The weight of Miss Harrison's testimony is undeniable, painting a vivid picture of a mother doing everything she can to secure what her child rightfully deserves. With every word, the case gains momentum, pushing steadily toward an inevitable ruling.
Some calculations here. Does he have any other children?
Yes, he has 2 other children.
2 other children. Okay, so based on 16%. And he will have to reimburse you the $125 back per month for the child. He's not here to dispute or say anything different, so it'll be based on the testimony that you provide, assuming, of course, that you're being honest about what the numbers are. Based on 130, roughly about 130, I have his gross at $11,333 a month, which brings his net to $8,550. Reimbursement for the $125 health insurance child support amount comes out to $1,485. Now, you said you want back child support. Are you asking for that for the past 24 months since your daughter has been born, or?
Yes.
Okay.
He's been in and out of the picture, but not financially, and I truly believe parenting is it takes both sides to be there. So
I mean, correct. I just wasn't sure if you were asking from the date of birth or it was a certain number of months that you were looking for.
yeah, 24 months.
24 months, okay. So, 1,485 at the past 24 months is $35,640 a month. So, what we'll do, because that number is so high, is add $500 for the back pay.
My name's Naru Witherspoon. I'm an attorney and I'm licensed in Illinois, Texas, and Missouri. I handle cases for families all over the nation. And I want to talk to you about Vonda Bailey. Vonda Bailey is a family law attorney and she handles high-profile, high-net-worth cases. If you're listening to this message and you're a high-value individual, a high-profile individual, you must give Vonda Bailey a call. What does that mean? If you have properties, if you have assets, if you have 401k plans, compensation packages that are complex, I want you to give Vonda Bailey a call. Vonda Bailey, she's an amazing attorney. She might be expensive, but it's worth it.
The judge wastes no time getting to work, carefully calculating the father's child support obligation based on his estimated annual income. Taking into account necessary expenses like health care and the fact that he has 2 other children, the judge reaches a decision. He must pay $1,185 per month in child support. But Miss Harrison isn't done. She also requests back pay for the past 24 months, $35,640, and the judge grants it without hesitation. To cover the arrears, an additional $500 per month is added on top of his regular payments. Since the father failed to appear in court, he forfeits his right to contest any of the calculations. The judge enters a default order, making the ruling final and binding. This case is a textbook example of how ignoring court proceedings can lead to serious financial consequences. The message is clear. Showing up matters, especially when a child's future is on the line.
Pretty much after the $35,640 is paid off, the $500 that you will be receiving additionally will go back down to the $1,485. So $1,485 plus $500, that brings your monthly obligation, well, his monthly obligation that you will receive for the child to $1,985. Okay? And that obligation will start on the 1st of next month, and once the withholding order and everything goes to his employer, you'll receive that amount every month. Okay? Now, he has the right to come back and dispute that if he believes the amount is incorrect. But today, because he didn't show up, I'm going to go ahead and enter a default.
Okay.
Okay? Do you have any other questions?
Just one quick question. If my number is lower and it turns out that he does with you more, is that number going to change?
That's a great question. And yes, it will change.
Okay.
Unless he can, like I said, if he can bring in something that shows differently, and if he brings in any financial documents that shows that it's higher, his child support will be raised.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. If there's nothing further, you are dismissed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Before wrapping up, the judge makes one thing clear. The father can challenge the ruling later, but only if he provides solid proof that his income is different than estimated. Until then, the order stands. Miss Harrison will receive $1,985 per month, including repayment for arrears. The judge delivers a firm warning. Skipping court doesn't shield you from consequences. In fact, it often makes things worse. Courts don't wait for no-shows, and neither does justice. This case is a powerful reminder. When it comes to child support, ignoring the courtroom is never a winning strategy. Once you're served, showing up isn't optional.